So we only a few days away from Saros being released. So I want to talk about a few things before the game actually come out to get us going. So me personally, I haven't played the game. I only gone by what I seen and heard from other creators putting videos on YouTube. So based off what we already know from Returnal, everything I want to talk about should make sense. Alright, so let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the button layout. Now Returnal, the default buttons, everything, it was good. Like we had square, melee, circle, dash. It felt normal. So players came out with the button mapping to where L1 was dash, R1 was melee. And what that did, that created an overpowered super jump. They call dash melee jump, DMJ for short. And what it did, it let you leap forward a good distance for like speed runners. So the developers was actually looking at gamers do speed runs and seeing the dash melee jump, the DMJ that they actually was doing, and it looked like it just made sense. Me personally, I stayed with the default settings. Only about a month ago, I changed to the new button layout because that will be the default button layout for Saros. So it'll be L1 dash R1 melee. And at first, with anything, like I had problems with it. Then after a while, it feels good. So you don't have to change your buttons, but I recommend you do. So you hit the ground running. But if you don't, I'm pretty sure they have a button mapping to where you can change your button to keep it to where how you like it. So just for that. So the next thing I want to talk about is the shield. That's the new thing, the Satori shield. So the Satori shield it makes sense with the new button layout because if you press and hold R1, you'll activate the shield. So if you just tap R1, you're melee, but if you tap and hold, it'll create the shield. So the shield is a big part of this game that I've been seeing. Everything. So you get to absorb projectiles and shoot projectiles back. So it's pretty much your shield is a main weapon, to be honest with you. So that's why I recommend you change your button layout because it might feel better with Saros than it do Returnal. So the next thing we're gonna go into is instead of dodging projectiles, they want you to interact with projectiles, which they call it bullet belly. So with the Satori shield, you have blue orbs, blue projectiles, you have yellow projectiles, and you have red projectiles. So the shield can absorb the blue projectiles. That's where you get to charge up your power weapon and you get to shoot that back. Yellow projectiles could be absorbed, but you absorbing corruption from the enemy, but you also can shoot that back. So once you absorb it, it'll corrupt your energy and it'll lower your health bar. But once you shoot it back and deal damage, you'll get your health back. So it's double-edged swords. You can use it. It could come in clutch at some point. So, but the red ones, avoid at all costs. But lately, I also seen with the red ones, red projectiles could be parried. So, from what I'm seeing, all projectiles should be interact with. It just for certain things. So the blue projectile, when you absorb it, it helps out build your power weapon. Yellow is to shoot back corruption, and the red is parry. It has to be parried to be shot back. So all projectiles could be shot back. That's for the interactive side. Now, if you want to just play and dodge everything, I say still absorb the blue to build up your power weapons, dash through the yellow projectiles, and just completely avoid, dash away, don't dash through the red projectile, dash away from it. So that's with that. So the next thing we want to talk about is the primary. So primary, this time around, like Returnal, you'll have a run, you'll die, and then you start all over. and then you starting back with the pistol. You at the crash site, and it just, you feel like, oh man, I put all this time in, and then I lost everything. Well, this time around, you can do the same thing, but if you die, you go to the primary and you can upgrade yourself to where you can come back stronger, and then give yourself a better chance at succeeding. So you get to just upgrade certain things, and then you got like Carcosa modifiers to where you can put protections or trials on there. Like the protection is, I guess, to put buffs to yourselves, and the trials is put debuffs on yourself. So it depends on how you're feeling with the game. You can manipulate it how you want. So that's all we really seen. We'll have more about that once we played the game about primary. But the next thing we're gonna talk about is the biome time. Now, if you start a run on Returnal, hour plus, that's one run. So it's 6 biomes in Returnal. Us players that daily play Returnal, like, we don't look at biome 1, then biome 2, and biome 3 as in like, man, this took a long time. We look at when we start the game, the whole thing is one run. It's a run. We don't look at it like, man, I gotta go through biome 1, 2, 3, and 4, and like all that again just to play, get to where I was. It's just like, this how far I have gotten on the run. You see what I'm saying? So like, it's just like you playing like a horde mode game. You might get super far on a horde mode game and you die, you start from the beginning. That's your run. So we treat the whole game as a run. That's where we don't feel like time being wasted. Now, progression always happening when you play Returnal, but it's hard to see because you don't visually see it, but it's actually happening. So like, if you grab a weapon and then you upgrade it and then you lose it, now you play another game, you don't even get that weapon. But once you get that weapon again, you just resume the progression. So you're still progressing, you just can't see it. But with Saros, when you die, you get to see your progression. You get to see every upgrade that you did, which is a good thing. So, and then the biome time over here, they say 20 to 30 minutes on the run. You don't have to start back from the first biome to get to the 5th biome. You see what I'm saying? You can go straight to the 5th biome. You can select a biome that you want after you, I guess, beating the biome. So if you have enough time, boom, I'm gonna play in biome 2. I'm gonna get a good run in. That'll be it. So it makes sense. And the next thing that we're not really too big on is gonna be the story. Now, Returnal story was kind of everywhere. You know, she was living in her head, living with regrets and everything like that. So this one is like, you have a lot of more people. Like they sent some people to Carcosa to get Lucenite. I guess Lucenite was considered it was gold to them, and they sent people, but the people never returned. So Arjun and all those people, they went there to, I guess, see what's going on. So Arjun himself is, you can see like he looking for this woman. I guess, like he keep going out there setting the eclipse and everything to try to find this woman. So you can actually see like, like every time the eclipse come, it's corrupting the people and everybody going crazy. So that's something we'll have to see. So another thing that I really want to talk about right here too is the pre-order bonuses. Once again, when Returnal dropped, people bought the game, but they didn't pre-order. Now, Celine had suits that looked kind of cool. I wasn't able to get it because I didn't pre-order the game. I just bought the game on release. So I missed out. And still to the day, it wasn't an option to buy the suits. So this time around, if you want all the cosmetic suits, it don't change nothing to like gameplay. It don't make a difference. It's just all cosmetic. So, but if you want it, I say pre-order the game. Pre-order the game. That way you don't miss out on all the cosmetics that it have. Plus, you can get the deluxe edition where you'll get 48 hours early time to play versus the 30th, you'll play the game on the 28th. So I think I recommend. I got the deluxe edition because I want to play it early. I'm pretty sure we want to play it now. Yesterday, we want to play. So I say get the deluxe edition. We get to play it 48 hours early, and that's pretty much all that we have right now. Cause I personally, I didn't play the game, so I can't really speak on too much of the game. You know what I'm saying? So I think that should be enough for what we have right now until the game actually come out. So if this was helpful, just leave the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Welcome to the channel, and we'll be covering Saros once they drop. So like, this is the time right here. New game dropping. This is time for all us to learn together. Let's learn the mechanics. Let's learn a new meta, just like Returnal. When somebody found out the DMJ, somebody gonna come up with something. Let's learn. Let's build ourselves to this ultimate warrior to where that when that time comes, when they do drop a tower like game mode, we'll be well prepared. Instead of trying to learn how to move around versus learning how to conquer the game mode itself. So this is the time right now. If you have any concerns, leave it in the comments. I'll answer it. And like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see y'all in Saros.